pockets. Look at all the shoes I can put in here. Isn't that cool? Why would I want to put shoes out the window for my neighbors to all see? Hi everybody, it's Robbie from Southern California, and today I am in my garden. No, I'm in my kitchen. A lot of you have been asking me about my shoe bag garden. Well, let me tell you how easy it is to make and how cheap. I bought this 24 pocket over-the-door shoe organizer from Walmart, and this thing is almost 5 feet, actually it's over 5 feet long. Now it is way too long, as you can see, to hang, because it was on the ground. So what I did, these are fabulous, is I cut them in half. The top one's got the rivets, so they're really easy to still hang. And all you have to do is put the hanger in that comes with it, and you can hang this now on screws, on eyelets, on anything you want on your wall, or even on a curtain rod if your curtain rod is a little bit strong. It doesn't have to be that strong because this is very, very light. It will depend on what you put in it. But I cut it in half, and I have this one on the eyelets, and then the other half. So the shoe bag I got was way too long. It was going to hang to the floor. So what I decided to do is cut it, and I cut just below the bias. You know, you don't want to cut through the stitching. Just cut it through. It's very simple. You're going to end up with 2 shoe bags to grow in. Now, any place you think that the thread is possibly maybe, not tight, go ahead and put a dab of either nail polish or any type of glue you've got. I just use school glue. No big deal, white glue. Now, with the other half, since there's no hooks in there, what you're going to do is fold it really tight. If you're going to use a stapler, you take a hanger of your choice. I used a plastic one. A wire one might be easier. Then you fold it. It's very simple. Just fold it over and staple all the way across 5, 6, 7 times. Now, if you don't have staples, you can use bread ties or zip ties. Just make a hole with something, punch a hole, slip your zip ties in, and tighten it all the way across. Maybe 4 or 5 of them, but you can do more if you want. And that's it. Now you've got the perfect shoe bag ready to hang, and you're going to end up with 2. And now I've got this one that can hang on a hanger, or you can fold it over and staple it to a piece of cardboard. I did that also. I did it in different ways and made holes, and I hung it up that way. So it's very versatile on any way you want to do it, but this can hang just the way it is. Now, the thing with this is, I'm going to have to tell you, I have gone on YouTube and looked at the videos that people are doing with this and saying, hang them outside and you can have a garden. I'm going to let you know right now, you can't hang these outside. It is a cotton material, very soft, almost paper, but it's still a cotton material. If this gets wet, it's going to disintegrate. Don't bother putting it outside because you're not going to have it that long. Long story short, it will be gone. Here's what I do. I like using cups to plant in, and I plant a lot of plants in here, whether I'm starting them, cuttings, whatever I want to do. And you will see that the cups will fit beautiful in here. Now the problem is it's going to get wet. You don't want this to get wet. This will last for years and years just the way it is, but you don't want it to get wet. So what you want on this is you can plant in plastic, or that's what I wanted to show you. You can take a paper cup and take water balls. If you've got water balls, cut the top off and just sit it in like this. Now when you water your plant, it's going to go into the plastic water bottle, and then you can just slip them in just like that. It will slip all the way down, and you can maintain it that way, and the water bottle that you cut and put your cup in will catch it. You can also drop this in plastic cups. If you've got fancy plastic cups, you could make holes on the bottom for your plants. This is just some cuttings of rosemary, and there's some walking onions in this little cup. Then you can sit this in a plastic cup, and you can put that inside. Now I'll give you a hint. Let me show you this one hanging here. Isn't this crazy? This thing just took off in the window here. And see how this one is? The same thing. I'm catching the water in here. Oh, look, the roots are coming out of this popolo, which got about 2 feet tall. And this stays nice and dry. But the other thing is, the ones on the outside only can hold a big soda bottle. Only the outside ones, the insides are not big enough. But this one can hold a soda bottle, and you can put a big soda bottle in there and cut it. So you have options of how you want to plant in there. See, I've got a soda bottle bottom here, which catches the water on different things I put in there. So you can cut a soda bottle in half and then do it that way. This I just keep on the bottom, making sure that nothing's going to happen. And then I can have a double, this one's got plastic, or just sit something in it just the way it is. These have been so fun. I'm going to be using this for a lot of cuttings. I've been working now with hibiscus. I saw a video that said, oh, put them in water and they'll root in a few days. They've been sitting in water for over a month. I'll tell you what to do with hibiscus real quick. Put them in a plastic container, keep the bottom on screwed on tight so you don't get water on your shoe bag, or put them in a paper cup with some soil. I think they're going to do much better that way. But you can use this to start your plants in. I've even got geraniums I'm now starting to root here. This has been so much fun. I've got peppers growing here. I've got everything growing here. I've got a tomato plant growing back here. I've got oregano for our pizza I make growing. And see, that's a pretty plastic cup. You can decorate it any way you want. Now, if you don't want such a big one, or you can't find them, or you don't have a Walmart, you can buy these. I found this one on eBay just to show you, but it's only going to take small cups. I do not believe this, you can fit a big one in here. No. So with this one, you can put small cups in here, and this takes a hanger. And the hanger this one takes is what's called more for pants, because the bigger hangers just don't go on right, but this one does. I'll tell you what I would do. I would use either bread ties and make holes here and tighten it up here. Just put a hole through it and put a bread tie or a zip tie, or staple it. You can simply staple it right there. Your stapler will go right through it, and then you can hang this anywhere you want. I also use these around the house just to put things in, because sometimes even in the kitchen, you've got little knickknacks you want to look for, for the kitchen. You can put things in here for the kitchen, and you can see everything because it's clear. But this has been fantastic. It's a good way to get rid of your water bottles, if you've got water bottles, because a lot of people aren't returning them these days, soda or water bottles. And then you can cut them and design them to fit in here. See, with this, I would cut this, and then I would use the bottom part to put your plant in, and this will protect it. Now, this particular one is all plastic, but I still wouldn't want to get it all wet. I would like to have it inside something. So this can go inside a plastic cup, and then it can go in here. And this way, when you water it, you're not going to have water dripping all over. You'll keep it nice and clean. So I hope I've given you an idea on this. This is hanging in a south window. This one's south. This one is kind of southwest. So it's not really that much south, but it's getting enough. Obviously, it's getting enough sunlight, because this has been sitting in this one. And these are fun. This is going to be really good for me in the spring, because come early spring, there'll be a lot of different things that I'm going to want to start. Look at the lettuce I'm growing in the kitchen window. Isn't this something? In ice cream containers. Don't throw your food containers away. Make holes on the bottom and start growing in them, because it has been amazing. And then again, your paper cups, perfect to use for this. Just use a plastic container, something, or double up. You can always put another cup in a cup, so this way when you water it, if you water it a little too much, you won't have to get this all wet. Ask questions if you've got more questions. I love it. I've got them hanging all over. I'm going to start a lot of seeds in this. Let's say there's plants I want to grow, just a few. There might be red roselle I want to plant, but I only want 2 or 3 plants. I can start them in here in the spring and then put them out when the weather's warm. When my hibiscus is, well rooted, I'm going to put this out in the garden or in a flower pot. The same thing with the geranium. And like I said, I was eating peppers a few weeks ago, and I dropped in a whole bunch of pepper seeds and forgot. Now I've got a whole bunch of pepper plants. Wrong time of the year for peppers, but we'll see. And then more hibiscus, sweet potatoes. You want to go get a sweet potato from the grocery store, as long as it's not irradiated, you can stick it in one of these soda bottles, and it will just take off and grow all over your kitchen, and you can have this hanging. This has been fun. I love it, and cheap. You can't beat a garden for under $5. So I hope I've given you ideas. See, here's some cuttings, tree collard, and some purple kale. I'm just doing my cuttings in here to get a lot of plants going to add to the garden. I'm going to let these hummingbirds come back in and feed because they're starving, and I wanted to share with you my shoe rack garden in the kitchen window. And like I said, it's really fun, it's simple, and it's just an organizer that hangs over the door. So I hope I've given you some tips. Have a great day, and don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye!